Okay, so today we are going to be going over another electronic resource. You're going to go to schertzlibrary.org again in your web address bar, and once you get there, you're going to come over to Research and E-Learning, and you'll see electronic resources on the left, and you're going to want to go to America's News. Okay, you're going to enter your library card number, and you'll log in. It's going to take a minute. Okay, once you're in there, you're going to see right up top there's an announcement, coronavirus. So for news and information about coronavirus, click here, or you can explore other hot topics or special reports here. So just to give you an idea of what some of these look like, I'm going to open these in new tabs. Okay, so for the more information about coronavirus, it's just populating all of the news articles pertaining to coronavirus. And you can see on the left-hand side, you can narrow it down by audio, blog, college, university paper, newspaper, video, etc. I mean, there's so many options to narrow it down depending on what you're looking for. Newest, oldest, if you wanted to trace things back. So that was what the coronavirus click here looked like. Another thing is going to be hot topics. So those are typically current events, and so you can scroll through and see, okay, coronavirus, and you can read through that, search this topic. World economy is in crisis, you can click here. Sports on hold. Just a lot of different hot topics going on right now. Okay, you can also see for the special report, this is what it looks like. It's just health topics of interest right now in this World Health one is the special report. They'll have different topics throughout, but obviously World Health right now is very timely and topical, and you can go through and click things relevant to that. Now let's say you just wanted to read your paper and you know what you read. You can go ahead and come scroll down here if you wanted to narrow it in. So if you were looking for San Antonio Express News, you can just click here as a quick link. And then you can choose which issue it is that you want to read. I'm going to choose the 23rd. And then you can see the different sections of the paper and then just pull up what it is that you're wanting to read. We'll just pull this one up. Okay. And then if you wanted to, you can have it read it to you, or you can just read it like you traditionally would read your paper. There's a lot of things you can play with. You can make the text bigger, smaller. If you wanted to cite it, send it off to somebody, print it, download it to save for later. If you wanted to have an account within here that you're going to utilize more, you could save it to your folder, copy a link, etc. I'm going to hit back to issue. And then if you wanted to search within, so let's say you wanted to read the Express News and there was something specific that you were looking for, in this particular one, you could type it in and it would yield any results that were relevant to that. I'm going to go back to America's News, to our homepage of sorts. So again, you can search by any topic that you want. You can search by topics that are already here and curated for you. You can go to the paper quick links over here for some of the more local papers, and then as well if you wanted to see what other titles, so let's say you weren't looking for these but you wanted to see what else was available that we have access to in the United States, you would just hit United States, or if you wanted to see Texas specifically, you could hit that, and what's going to happen is it's going to populate all of the titles that we have access to. So if you wanted to, depending on your hometown, read about your hometown from afar, you could do that even. And as you can see, like I'm jumping around here, but I went to page 8 and we're still in A's. So there's a lot of different titles that we have access to in here. to utilize to read your paper. So you just really need your library card to get into this. And you can just read all the news you could ever want. So that's just a very brief overview. There's a lot more you can do with it, um, but just wanted to help you guys out as you're looking for content to look over from home. This is from a desktop computer. At present, there is not an application for this. You can pull it up on a web browser on your phone. Depending on the size of your phone or tablet, it may or may not look as big as you want it to look. So just something to keep in mind when browsing the news on here. All right, that's everything. Good luck, everyone.